Hey there. Well, thanks for joining us. You know, Hal Lansky, he owns the Lansky Clothing Store in the Peabody Hotel along with his father, Mr. B, and they recently wrote a book sharing their stories of dressing celebrities and other things they got going on, but not just any celebrity. Mr. B dressed Elvis, and Hal's joining me now because you weren't just, you didn't dress him, but you were more of the delivery boy, right?
Well, in the later years, after I started to drive, I used to take things out to Graceland, and every trip was a challenge. It was unbelievable. But yes, I was a delivery boy. Mm-hmm.
So would you deliver clothes? He didn't like to come out. Is that what it was?
Well, in the later years, Elvis didn't really come down to the store. If people knew that he was coming down, it would be more people in our store than we could handle. But yeah, we delivered to him, and you know, in the early years, he used to come in during the nighttime too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How long have you guys been open?
Well, we've been in business nearly 65 years. We're happy to be in downtown Memphis. We are now 3 generations. I have my daughter Julie in the store with us, and it's fantastic. And over the years, people will say, Hal, why don't you tell your story? Let us know what's going on. Why don't you write a book? Yeah. Well, finally, after 65 years, we wrote a book. And it's a history. It's called History of Lansky Brothers, Clother to the King. Mm-hmm. And we started out in 1946. My dad and his brother started out, and their dad loaned them $125 to open up, and they found a store at 126 Beale on Beale Street, mm-hmm. and it was a ladies' thrift store. And the only reason they got the store, the man was murdered inside the store, so the store was available. So they got the store, and my dad walked in there, and it was, like I said, it was a resale thrift store. My dad, in his words, said, "This ain't me." And they took those clothes and they threw them out on the street, and within hours, the store was, the clothes were just disappeared. So they didn't have anything to sell, so the war was just over, and they went down to the Army Depot, Army Surplus, and started selling Army Surplus caps for 95 cents, mm-hmm. Shirts for $1.95, wow. Pants for $1.95, and they started selling. They were doing real well, but it was only it was a problem because everybody in town was really selling the same merchandise, yeah. And after a couple of years, the merchandise dried up, and so they had to do something. So at that time, they had a African American clientele, mm-hmm. that were in a lot of gospel groups, church groups, singers, bluesmen, and they started to bring in sharp merchandise. And needless to say, within weeks and months, they found their niche, and it was an instant success. People started coming in and going crazy, and a lot of the merchants on Beale Street at the time thought Bernard and his brother were crazy. They said that they would never make it. And of course they did, and the likes of B.B. King, mm-hmm. Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash all started coming in the store. And then one day my dad saw this young guy looking in the windows of the store, and this guy my dad knew he was out of place because Beale Street back then was an African American street, and, and this guy that was looking in the window was a white kid with long greasy black hair and it was in a ducktail. So my dad, he didn't know it was Elvis, so he invited him in. He said, "Come on in, young man, look around." And Elvis said, "Mr. Lansky, I don't have any money, but one of these days I'm going to come in and buy you out." And my dad said, "Don't buy me out, just buy from me." And that's what started their relationship, and it lasted for many years. Elvis was our goodwill ambassador throughout wherever he went. He mentioned he got his clothes at Lansky's on Beale Street.
I mean, I've been in there several times. Mm-hmm. You guys have some nice stuff in there, really nice stuff. And you look sharp, by the way, too.
Thank you, April. Thank you. Glad to be here.
He looks very sharp, doesn't he? Well, is there any one particular story, like, you know, when you met Elvis, did he ever call you anything? Was there a nickname that you...
Well, you know, this book is not about me. A lot of it is, you know, just things that happen in the store. And when Elvis was going to be on the Ed Sullivan Show, he ran down. He said, "Mr. Lansky, I'm going to the Ed Sullivan Show and I need some clothes." And my dad, and of course Elvis at that time didn't have any money, so my dad loaned him some money and for the appearance. And Elvis repaid my dad for his generosities tenfold over. And in the book, like
what's this we're looking at right now?
Just a shopping spree in Lansky's right there. Just Elvis was crazy about clothes. He loved clothes, and I think somewhere Elvis said he'd rather wear clothes than eat. and he loved clothes. And another story in there is I got his. I just happened to bring you this can. This is an old. I don't know if you can see this. This is a Prince Albert can. And Johnny Cash brought this can in, not this exact can, but brought this can, Prince Albert can. He said, "Mr. Lansky, I want a suit like this. I want a black suit just like this." So at the time upstairs we sold tuxedo rentals, and my dad ran up there and got a tuxedo long morning coat with a striped pants, and he brought it down, and Johnny said, "God, Mr. Lansky, this is exactly what I want." So we would like to kind of take credit for outfitting the man in black also. But
and you guys still have famous people that come in here when they come into town.
Every day, you know, our popularity was created by outfitting one man that became famous, but our legacy has been carved by taking care of just everyday people that walk through our doors. We try to offer them great quality merchandise, good service, and we thank everybody that's walked in our door for shopping with us, and thank you for being part of our storied past and our exciting future.
Yeah, I know. I like Julie's store, 126. Got some cute stuff in there too. And you can get this book. Where can you get this book at?
Well, you can get it on our internet. Of course, we're located in the Peabody Hotel. We sell our books at the Peabody.
Okay.
And also the shops at Grayson are selling the books. So yeah, come. As I tell all my customers as they leave the store, keep shopping. Come on in and see us.
All right, so thanks so much,
Thank
Hal.
you.
It was really nice hearing your stories.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right.